Hey guys, it's Future here, and welcome back to Shindo Life. And today I'm covering something that's not really being talked about much on the Shindo Life side of things. I know a lot of people have not really mentioned this, so I figured it'd be a really cool thing to talk about. Most people are too busy talking about the new Bloodline and Naramaki, which is really cool, and I'm probably going to do videos on those. But I figured I would do some lesser done things first. So obviously for this first video, I'm going to be covering the Heavenly Spirit. If you just hit M and go to your menu, and then go to sub abilities, and then scroll down. This is quite an old mode. You're going to see the Heavenly Spirit. I have it up to level 700, which allows me to use all three of the Heavenly Spirit modes. Now, what's happened is they completely reworked the second and the third form. I did my research, I've learned what all the moves do, and I'm going to be able to tell you guys what they do properly and how useful they'll actually be. Believe it or not, I'm not going to lie, Heavenly Spirit might actually be good in some combos now. I haven't really seen it be used by anyone, but this is Form 1. Honestly, very ugly in my opinion. I think the first forms, it's pretty ugly. But then when you get to the new forms, it starts to be a little bit better. I'm not going to lie. You got like the white eyes. Apparently there was some glitching with the eyes before. That's been completely fixed. And essentially, we're going to go and showcase this first move after I show you the stat difference. I'm going to actually go back a second. So if this is Form 1, on the side you can see I have 2,100 Chi, 2,000 Ninjutsu, 2,600 Taijutsu, and 1,400 HP, right? If I was the Z move, I lunge out the log, and as you can see, I just spam click. Now, this does a decent amount of damage, but I don't think it's anything that noteworthy. I really don't think that's the best move ever. And it can really be countered by a lot of things. But then, we're going on to Form 2. You can see every stat had an increase, I believe. Even if it was only a small increase, they've all had big increases in a way. Taijutsu being the biggest change, like, my lord. If I'm not mistaken, it was 2,400? Am I stupid? I hit the wrong button. That's why. Alright, so I had a 200 increase in Taijutsu, a 100 increase in Ninjutsu, a 200 increase in Chi, and then a 200 increase in HP. So it's honestly a pretty decent stat increase, but then this is where they've actually reworked stuff. So if you just hit Z, as you can see, I am blocking. Now, if I was to be attacked in that time frame, it will essentially do an attack on them. I'm actually going to go showcase that right now. At least I believe that's how it worked. So let me go ahead and just accept this quest. I'm going to go over here, and then I'm going to see if I can get this ability to work and how practical it is. Because in the video from RellGames, it was all about them having a dart thrown at them. Now, I don't really know if this works for everything. They didn't really go into deep explanation, but that's what I'm here to discuss. I'm here to figure out stuff, see how good it really is. Because this isn't really going to be talked that much about. I feel like it's just going to be kind of glanced over, then left alone. But I think it might actually be something pretty cool. So here we got all these guys. And I'm going to go ahead and click them. Alright. Bruh. Okay, now you guys want to fight me. Alright, so I'm going to go to hit my Z move. And look, they attacked me, and on point, it just started just destroying them. Now I'm going to run away, because that was not what I wanted to do. Okay, maybe this was not the best idea. But as you can see, in response to being attacked, you will instantly teleport to them and just start smacking them to death. I'm going to wait a second, I'm going to do it one more time, because I don't think that was the best showcase in the world. Maybe I'll go and kill one first. And then we'll showcase the third form and what the third move is. Alright, so we're going to hit Z, and look at that. That's at least like 30 to 40k damage. Not bad at all. Especially when you're able to teleport to the enemy and it's like a counter. I feel like it could be higher damage, but especially with the form that has this little modes. But I'm not complaining. It's still better than what it was. Alright, so now we're going to Z3. Oh my gosh, look at the stats. I'm not going to lie, that's not bad. Okay, these days, when it comes to stats, you can get higher stats than this big time. Going to a Tailed Spirit, or even just some bloodlines, like Boromaki, for example. They have better stuff, but that Taijutsu is pretty insane. 3,200 Taijutsu? That is a lot of Taijutsu. HP's looking a little low, but it's not the worst in the world. The Chi and the Ninjutsu is just good. Like, it's good, but it's not amazing. But honestly, if it gets more forms, that'd be awesome. If not, oh well. But as you can see, this is what it looks like when you're fully done. I gotta admit, it looks pretty cool. Especially if you were to build a character around this mode. Like, you actually made it look good with the yellow. Mine doesn't exactly look the best, but other people's, it definitely would. Anyways, they've reworked this move. I'm gonna go ahead and hit Z, and watch this. I lunge at them, and I steal the MD. Apparently, that's what's supposed to do. It did like 40k damage, and you steal the MD from the target. Now, I don't know if it actually fills up my MD. I wasn't really paying attention to that enough. But essentially, it steals MD from your opponent. So, hold on. Now, what I find hard about this is you have to actually, like, lunge at them. What if they move? Okay, it actually did quite a bit there. And yeah, I don't think I actually got any MD from that. Or if I did, it was a very small amount. Now, I don't know how much MD it actually takes, but it does take MD. I just figure that's something that was really cool to show off. Also going to go ahead and just kill this guy. Is there a dash effect? Alright, yeah. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, okay, so if you hit X, it's going to do a dash. So there is no front flips or back flips. It's all going to be dashing, your speed. Honestly, this mode, I still feel like it's not the best thing in the world. But they've definitely improved it. I could see this working in some loadouts. But just, I don't know. I don't know, it's kind of tough because there's just so many other modes that do this better. Like, and especially if you're looking for MD, just do the Scarecrow Death Seal. It's not worth just getting this way worse mode than some of the other modes. Like, maybe if you're first starting out, this would be pretty good, especially if you build a loadout around it. But for the late game, I don't think the Heavenly Spirit's all that interesting. They've definitely made it better. It definitely looks cooler, and they fixed a lot of the glitches, so I appreciate that, RellGames. You're not just forgetting about the old Bloodlines. But overall, I don't think this mode is really that substantial. It's just, it still needs more, you know? Like, yeah, it's got 3 forms, but I feel like it kind of needs like 5 or so, like, for it to actually be viable. Or at least add like 1 more form, and then add a really good move. Because they don't always have to have the best stats as long as they have a really good move. And they've definitely added a good move. The 3rd form move lets you just steal MD and stuff, but it's just... It looks kind of hard to aim, I'm not going to lie. Especially if you see them jump up in the air and you know they have Heavenly Spirit, you could easily auto-dodge. And it's going to be hard to aim that. It's not the hardest thing in the world, but like I said, there is a good time frame there where they could easily dodge you. I don't think it's the most practical for PvP. I don't know how much MD it takes, but from what I saw in the video, I don't think it's that much. I'm guessing at just a couple hundred. I could be wrong, you can correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But it seems like it needs to be improved. I don't think it's the absolute best in the game, by any means. But yeah, they definitely changed the Heavenly Spirit, and I just want to go ahead and showcase what they did, and what you should know about it. That is all I know about it, that's all I figured out. There's only 3 modes, and they essentially just reworked some of the moves, made it a little bit different, made it a little stronger, fixed some glitches. That's about it, and I feel like they did a good job. Like, this isn't really meant to be an OP mode. I don't think it's really meant to be something that's game-changing, so... If it's just meant to be like a mid-game mode, they did that pretty well. I don't think they were seeing this as like an OP mode that everyone's going to be using, like the meta. They were just thinking, okay, this is an old Bloodline. I feel like it's not really holding up that well at all. Why don't we at least make it somewhat better so people might think about using it? And I feel like they did a pretty good job of that. I still feel like it needs a little bit more. But it's just, hey, anything's better, you know? Just even a little bit still helps out. Just a ton, trust me. Let me know what you guys think about the Heavenly Spirit in the comments. Well guys, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos on the update and on Shindo Life, make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and become a part of my channel. Because I'm going to be doing a lot of videos, and I already have. I've done tons of tutorials, locations, and more. Just go check it out. And yeah, Fusion Timmy, signing out.
I've never felt like so miserable. I've never felt like thinking this will last forever. That is the way of me.